Welcome to the Gold Collection, a 24-karat guide through A to Z, shining the spotlight on the best of the best from the world of entertainment. L is for Larrikin. Ladies' Man. Location. Latecomer. Leo's. London. Landmarks. And more. L is for Larrikins, and these guys are known for their outlandish behaviour. Our first Larrikin is Jack Nicholson. With his shark's grin, straight teeth and dark sunglasses, Jack commands attention.
Life is short, and I can't afford to waste another minute.
His bad boy reputation came from dating countless women and certain eccentric events, like when Jack smashed a man's car window with his gold club.
As father of the groom.
Jack also lives on famed Bad Boy Drive, also known as Mulholland Drive. The street gets its name from the bad boys who have lived there, including Warren Beatty, Marlon Brando, and of course, Jack. While Jack is a bad boy, this Larrikin starred in Bad Boys. He was already a popular singer and television celebrity. The 1995 hit film made him a movie star.
Don't lose a fight. This is what I do. Oh, they are not about to do that. Hell yes, they are. Yeah.
Larrikin Will grew up with the nickname Prince because he could charm his way out of any situation, an ability he still possesses today.
Cars, how am I not see that?
You are really Santa, right?
No, I'm an accountant. I wear this thing as a fashion statement, all right?
Billy Bob Thornton is without a doubt the baddest Santa of all, and anyone who has viewed his performance in the film Bad Santa will wholeheartedly agree. Billy Bob's odd behaviour, however, doesn't end when he steps off set. In May 2000, he entered what many dubbed the strangest marriage in Hollywood. Marrying Tomb Raider's Angelina Jolie, they were famous for their public displays of amour.
Well, it was real. I got sick and all the hair fell out.
How'd you get sick?
I loved a woman that wasn't clean.
Mrs. Santa?
No, it was her sister.
L is for Ladies' Man, and these guys know how to please the women. Our first ladies' man is Matthew Mcconaughey. With his fun-loving eyes, dimpled cheeks, and laid-back personality, it's no wonder that the girls go weak at the knees. Penelope Cruz couldn't help but fall for Matthew when the two co-starred in the film Sahara, and really, who could blame her? Matthew regularly plays characters that have no trouble attracting the opposite sex. In the comedy How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, he finds Kate Hudson's character the opposite as she tries to get rid of him.
Her who?
Her in the gray dress.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Barry.
Andy Anderson.
Oh, you are already falling in love with me.
Our second ladies' man is the fictional Alfie, first played by Michael Caine in the 1966 comedy drama by the same name. In 2004, the role was taken up by Jude Law, arguably a ladies' man on and off the screen. Throughout the film, Jude uses his charm to move from woman to woman. One partner was played by Sienna Miller. She later became engaged to Jude, and we all know how that ended. It seems that he's just like his character.
Oh, blimey, I'm so rude. I haven't introduced myself. I'm
Alfie. Alfie.
Alfie!
I'm a blessed man.
Our final ladies' man is another character. This one is played by Ewan McGregor in the film Down with Love. In the film, Ewan plays the ultimate catch, who, despite his playboy lifestyle, manages to win over feminist author Barbara, played by Renee Zellweger.
29 dates in 23 days.
The movie Down with Love puts a hip spin on the golden age of classic comedies, telling the story of a spark-filled collision between a woman who has sworn off love and a ladies' man who thinks he doesn't need love. But we all know what happens in the end. L is for locations, so let's scout around for a good one. First stop is Middle-earth. Sorry, New Zealand. Since director Peter Jackson filmed the Lord of the Rings trilogy in his home country, tourists have been flocking to see Middle-earth for themselves. Sites from all over New Zealand were used in the three movies, which were filmed simultaneously over a year and a half, starting in October 1999, an unprecedented move. Landscapes chosen included the now familiar mountain ranges and rivers at Queenstown on New Zealand's South Island, which were visited by fans eager to walk a section of the famous journey. Over in England, you can tour Pride and Prejudice country and visit some of the most beautiful estates and gardens that England has to offer. Some of the film's locations were in Derbyshire, where you can stay at the Peacock and Rowsley, the hotel used by stars Keira Knightley and Matthew Macfadyen. While there, visit Chatsworth House, which became Pavernley in the movie, the home of Mr. Darcy.
Mr. Bennett.
But if you can't tour England, you can rent the DVD.
From the first moment I met you, your arrogance made me realise that you were the last man in the world I could ever marry.
Our final stop takes us all over Europe and the UK. We're talking, of course, of the Da Vinci Code tour. For some enthusiasts, the book and subsequent movie is opening up the world of art to people who might otherwise never have visited famous sites mentioned throughout the story. Some tours simply set about disproving the various claims. One guide has named his tour the Da Vinci Con Tour. Now thousands of travellers visit the story's numerous locations, wanting to follow in the footsteps of the characters. L is for Latecomer, and these famous faces began their careers, well, a little late. Harrison Ford was a little slow off the mark and actually gave away acting after some discouraging secondary roles. At the age of 20, Harrison turned his back on films and pursued carpentry. He was in his early 30s before he starred in George Lucas's American Graffiti. That was followed by Star Wars and Indiana Jones. In 1986, he received his first Academy Award nomination for Witness. Harrison claims that one of the reasons he enjoyed making Witness was because he got to use his carpentry skills. Another latecomer is Colin Firth. While he's been appearing on screen since he was in his mid-20s, his performances really didn't start receiving notice until a decade later. Now Colin is a leading man who is in demand. Whether it's comedies, dramas or family films, he delivers a performance to move any audience.
You can go.
Does the books show you what to paint?
It helps.
While Samuel L. Jackson is known the world over for his portrayal of bad guys, drug addicts, and occasionally the hero, it wasn't always so. Up until the early 90s, Samuel only had small roles. His performance in the 1994 film Pulp Fiction earned Samuel his first and only Academy Award nomination. His talent quickly moved him onto leading man status, but we all remember where this latecomer started.
Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
That's right.
What do they call a Big Mac?
Big Mac's a Big Mac, but they call it Le Big Mac.
Le Big Mac.
is for Leo. So let's turn to the stars. Born on the 23rd of July, actor Daniel Radcliffe, who rose to fame playing Harry Potter, is a typical Leo. He's clearly talented when it comes to performing. As a Leo, Daniel is dramatic, creative, and energetic.
With me so far?
I think so.
Leos love being spoilt, and what could spoil a teenager more than a $14 million paycheck? That's what Daniel reportedly received for Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Our next Leo is Academy Award-winning actress Halle Berry. Born on August 14, Halle is outgoing, charming and passionate, all Leo characteristics which she uses for all her dramatic roles. Halle, who won a Best Actress Academy Award for her sexually charged performance in Monsters Ball, impressed all with her dramatic yet charming portrayal. Our final Leo is Dustin Hoffman. Born on the 8th of August, Dustin is the typical Leo lion. Hardworking, faithful and loving, Dustin's acting ability has been praised for years. Famous for tackling a wide range of characters, Dustin's creativity and charm have been impressing audiences since the late 60s. First with his role in The Graduate, then Midnight Cowboy and Rain Man.
I like sisters.
L is for London. So everyone, stay together and we'll take in some sights. If touring Pride and Prejudice country is definitely out, why not try some shopping at Portobello or Camden Market? There are also plenty of attractions like the London Eye, Madame Tussauds, or simply take in dinner and a show. Once you've visited the museums, you may be wondering why it all feels so familiar. It's probably because so many films are set in London, and while in a cinema somewhere, you did indeed walk these streets before. In the film 28 Days Later, Jim, played by Cillian Murphy, awakes to find London deserted, society destroyed, and just a handful of people remaining. When you take the Underground, have a look behind you and hope that there's no American werewolf in London. Is for landmarks. So get your camera ready as we visit some of the world's most iconic. Our first landmark is the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower is by far the best-known Paris landmark and is a must-see for anyone travelling through Europe. Some 6 million people climb the 324-metre-high tower every year, and countless couples propose at the top. Most famously, Tom Cruise proposed to Katie Holmes, as did Rod Stewart to Penny Lancaster. The Eiffel Tower itself has had cameos in many films from all around the world. The tower was knocked over in the political comedy Team America: World Police. Over in America, you can't go past the Hollywood sign up on the hills. The landmark is over 80 years old and sits high above the city of Los Angeles. The sign goes back to 1923. At that time, it was 13 letters, not 9, and it said Hollywoodland. It was an advertisement for homes up on the hillside. It wasn't until 1949 that the sign said Hollywood to promote the industry. Since that time, it's become an icon recognised around the world. That means that security around the sign, which is closed off from the public, is tight. Our final landmark is the Empire State Building. 3.5 million people visit the building's 86th floor every year. The observatory offers visitors the chance not only to have panoramic views of the city, but also see where Cary Grant waited for Deborah Kerr in An Affair to Remember, or where Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan met in Sleepless in Seattle. It's also the building where Fay Wray, the shrieking blonde beauty, was stalked by King Kong. The scene was reenacted in Peter Jackson's 2005 remake. L is for labels, because it's all about who you're wearing. If you want a bag, there's none finer or more expensive than Louis Vuitton. The tradition of Louis Vuitton goes back over 150 years. The company was founded in 1854 by a luggage manufacturer, Louis Vuitton Maletier, who insisted on extraordinary quality and craftsmanship in every product. Coco Chanel was well known for her self-invention and self-promotion, which helped the fashion label Chanel reach iconic stature. She introduced the little black dress in the 1920s, creating a fashion staple that every stylish woman would have in her closet for any occasion at a moment's notice. She also designed one of the best-known perfumes, Chanel No. 5. Giorgio Armani not only makes people look fabulous, but he gives them presents with his beautifully tailored clothes. One of the most influential and famous designers in the world, his name is linked with two things: power suits and quality fabrics. The Armani label provides a fashion where men and women can discover a style in which vitality, good taste, and entertainment are all combined. And while we're talking about combining things, what happens when you mix a designer with a brand name? You get Stella McCartney's range of Adidas sportswear. Adidas also used sports personalities to lift their image because everyone wants to bend it like Beckham. L is for Legion, and these films have fans to spare. Our first Legion hail from a galaxy far, far away. Their lightsabers and blasters make them easily recognizable. We're talking of the Star Wars fans. Dressed up as their favorite characters, fans of the series camped out for tickets to the 2005 Revenge of the Sith premiere. Aside from wanting to watch Star Wars films over and over again, Star Wars fans really are harmless.
I have seen the light!
Our second Legion wear hats, sunglasses and suits. They sing, dance and enjoy car crashes. They're the Blues Brothers fans, and they're on a mission from God. John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd's Blues Brothers musical act and their subsequent movies inspired a new generation to embrace vintage soul and blues. This legion of fans wear hats, glasses and wield wands. They're Harry Potter fans. Since J.K. Rowling first introduced Harry and his fellow students at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry to the world in 1997, the books have become a global phenomenon, selling 270 million copies, inspiring a series of movies. It seems this legion just can't get enough. L is for lucky breaks. So let's see how these famous faces started off their careers. Our first actor, Mark Ruffalo, got his lucky break after a chance meeting. While trying to break into the industry, Mark worked as a bartender. That was until he met playwright Kenneth Lonergan. Mark first starred in Lonergan's play This Is Our Youth. His performance in the play led to Lonergan casting him in his directorial debut, You Can Count on Me, released in 2000. Film reviews compared Mark's performance with that of an early Marlon Brando.
Crap. Okay. What do we do? What do I do?
What should we do?
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
What should we do?
Crap. I don't know. I just said that.
Janet Leigh had a very unusual lucky break. Her film career started in 1947 after actress Norma Shearer discovered her photograph on a hotel reception desk and recommended her for an MGM studio contract. She went on to star in classics like The Manchurian Candidate and Psycho. Lucky break indeed. Adrian Brody's Oscar-winning performance in The Pianist came about after the director, Roman Polanski, rejected the 1,400-plus actors who auditioned for the role in London. Polanski had met Adrian in 2001 and decided that he was perfect for the role. When Adrian won the Academy Award, he replaced Richard Dreyfuss as the youngest Best Actor Academy Award winner. L is for Latino. Our first Latino is Colombian heartthrob Juanes. As a composer and performer, Juanes's groundbreaking style, called rock en español, combines rock, salsa, rhythm and blues, vallenato, funk, even pop. Considered an artist of fusion, Juanes bases his work on a blend of rhythms from Colombia, vallenato, or traditional Colombian folk music. Latino actress Salma Hayek rose to great acclaim after her role in the biographical film Frida. She's been voted as one of the 50 most beautiful people in the world, been nominated for an Academy Award, and has worked her way to the top, becoming one of the most successful Latino leading ladies. And with gutsy performances like this, it's easy to see why.
Shall we?
Our final Latino is Ricky Martin. Born on December 24, 1971, Martin sang in the boy band Menudo, but eventually released his own Spanish-language album, Mi Amores. With his English-language debut, Livin' La Vida Loca, in the late 1990s, Martin reached international stardom, and the song hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The rest is history. That's all for now. Next time, the Gold Collection will move on to the letter M.